Hey guys, Angel Faust here, and welcome to my first YouTube build order tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you the Malay Puku Elephant Rush. Some of you may have seen Humza Crumza's 20 Elephants in 20 Minutes Rush before, which is a build that partially inspired me for this build, and I've used it before, but one of the issues that I had with it is I'd have no eco behind it. So the inspiration for this build was to have a stronger eco focus with a big ass amount of elephants. It's a super strong build that just crushes your opponents and pairs super well with the double castle Arambai, and that combination can be absolutely deadly. By minute 21 we'll have non-stop 3 stable elephant production, allowing for just an insane amount of elephants, easily getting 30, 40, 50 plus. So without further ado, let's get to the build. We start with the standard start, building 2 houses and sending our initial villagers to the sheep. Find your herdables with your scout. Be sure to check outside your walls and make sure you find all your sheep. It's very important that we have all of our food for this build. So we will start with the standard start. We're sending our first 6 villagers to sheep. If you have the opportunity, you can try to lame a opponent's sheep as well. The extra food is certainly very helpful for this build. However, make sure not to dawdle your scout too much, as we are going to want it to push our deer. It is imperative that we push our deer for this build because we need every bit of food we can get. I like to push my deer early on, trying to spare my herdables for later consumption. If I can, I will push it so I can only take 1 sheep initially and then take about 2 deer before my boar kicks in. Next, we will send 4 villagers to build lump camp and then on to wood. This build is also best utilized in a team game with another partnering strategy. We've tested a few strats, and the one that works by far the best with it is the double castle Arambai. The combination of the two is absolutely devastating. The build can also be utilized in 1v1s as well. I've had friends who have used the build in 1v1s with success and won the matches. What is most important in this build is that we keep the element of surprise and do not show our hand. As long as the enemy doesn't know that the elephants are coming and don't have enough reaction time, it is very difficult to deal with them because they will not be able to get enough pikes or monks in time to deal with them. Now we will send our next Vill to lure the boar. Our next villager will go to build 2 houses and then join on the berries. I like to build my houses on the edge of my wall. This can prevent siege towers from coming and also just helps for defending later on. We will then send our next 4 villagers to build a mill and then onto the berries. The dark gauge for this build is fairly straightforward. The real challenging part is when we hit castle age, where we really need to work on being precise with our farm drops in order to sustain production and get our eco balance just right. As the boar is running out, send a villager to go lower the next boar, and as we hit 5 total on berries, we're going to send the next 3 villagers to boar under the TC as well. After you've added your 3 villagers to Boar, you're going to want to send your next villager to build 2 more houses and then go to wood. I actually messed this up in the current replay in the video and send them to Stragglers, which will actually be the next step, which I skipped over accidentally during this game. As the boar runs out, we're going to want to move our villagers to take the sheep. Any villagers that cannot fit on the sheep at this point should go to build farms. Realizing my mistake, I send my next villager to build a house as well as pulling one from the farm to build a house as well for my 2, and then we'll send the next villagers to wood. We are sending 5 villagers total to wood now, which will be the housing villager as well as the next 4. Now with 5 more on wood, we will send our next 3 villagers to take straggler trees and then build farms. As I had already created a couple of villagers to the straggler trees in this replay, I am just making up the difference of the 3. We will now send our next 3 villagers to gold and then click up to feudal with 32 population. As our sheep run out, we're going to want to take half our villagers to stragglers and then farms, and then the other half will go to berries. While we are on our way up to feudal, we're going to want to build a barracks with one of our villagers. Be sure to do this before 50%, and don't forget the Malay do age up faster. When we reach feudal age, we're going to send our next 2 villagers to gold, and we want to build a stable and a blacksmith with at least 3 villagers. I sent an extra villager here because I was a little late with my barracks. Try to build your stables where they can't be scouted. This helps prevent the enemy from knowing what we're going to do, so they will have no time to react to our elephants. When our berries run out, send those villagers to take straggler trees and then build farms as you have the wood for them. When our buildings are complete, click up to Castle Age. As we head up to Castle Age, build a second stable when you have the wood. Additionally, build a market when you have the wood for it, and then build as many farms as possible. If possible, you're going to want to eliminate as many of the enemy scouts as possible, trying to eliminate them all. We are going to want as much surprise as possible with this build, and them not being able to see it coming is very crucial. As we head up to Castle Age, we're going to want to pick up double Bit and Horsecollar and gold mining. As soon as we hit castle, we're going to want to start queuing elephants in our stables and keeping villager production as well. We will also grab bowsaw at this time. Our next few villagers will go to gold, as we need to get to 10 villagers on gold in order to sustain 2 stable production. This, however, will need to be balanced with creating farms as well, so you'll need to strike the balance of getting enough wood, planting enough farms, because we will be lacking a lot of food here. Having the market will allow us to more easily bridge this gap of not having enough farms just yet, as we can sell our stone and buy food to keep elephant production going. Also be sure not to get housed so that production can continue. continue adding villagers to farms, we're going to need to get to about 30 farms in order to sustain all of our production. We will be needing a lot of food in this build, so the more farms, the better. Be careful not to queue too many villagers, as we will need that food to keep the elephant production going. It is important that we keep the production of elephants going, as we will be aiming to have at least 20 elephants by minute 21, so that we can begin to move out. It is also a good idea to use your scout to scout your enemy bases for potential points to strike and weakness, to then push with the elephants and Arambai. During this phase, it can be difficult to maintain a proper eco-balance to sustain elephant production. You are constantly trying to make sure you have enough food and enough gold for elephant production, enough wood to keep planting farms, have villagers rolling. Take care to balance your eco as you go, as this is the trickiest part of the build, trying to find the right balance as you get to the numbers mentioned earlier. Age of Empires is a game with an ever-evolving meta. Meta is always changing. Come check me out at twitch.tv/AngelFaust1, where we are constantly experimenting with new build orders, testing the boundaries and seeing what we can do, and play the game in new and creative ways. We have a lot of fun on my channel. We are very silly and always looking for a good time. So come check us out. You will not be disappointed. Check the link down below. I also have a spreadsheet of all sorts of fun, interesting, and unique build orders available exclusively to my subscribers. So if you join and subscribe, you can get access to that for all sorts of cool rushes like this one and many, many more. And if you like this video and this build order, be sure to leave a like and a follow and hit the bell so you get notifications every time a new video drops, and so you won't miss a single one. Before moving out, get cavalry armor and husbandry, and as soon as you can sustain the 2-stable production, get a 3rd stable. With about 20 elephants, you're going to want to move out and coordinate with your Arambai partner to go strike at the enemy. To sustain the 3rd stable production, you will need approximately 40 farms and 14 on gold in order to sustain non-stop production from the stables and the TC. How we use our elephants and the Arambai are very important as well. We are going to want to focus on taking out the TCs and economy. When breaking in, have the elephants attack the gate with the Arambai attacking it behind them. You should be able to make quick work of the gate and get into the eco fairly shortly. If the enemy has units to defend, use the Arambai to fight any halbs you encounter and the elephants to fight any archers or skirmishers. However, the main target should be the eco, targeting TCs and villagers primarily. Here is an example game of how to best utilize these units when attacking. Using the Arambai's mobility is very important, along with just the tankiness of the elephants. Using the Arambai to chase down fleeing villagers, while elephants tank the damage and bring down TCs.
That's not good.
Time to support your team.
I'm trying to rush stuff out. Oh, that's really not good.
Dude, you're his. I don't know why. Why didn't he build any break posts?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he had no stone?
He's stone okay.
Can you pick the back of the base?
Sure.
Grazie, signore.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need some help over here, guys.
Yeah, I'm just checking for a TC and shit.
Fuck's sake. Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, skirms? Quaint.
Yeah.
That's a good answer, to be fair.
I mean, it's not 3 elephants.
Oh, don't go into my base. Oh, I'll just let him go into my base.
While you're attacking enemy bases, try not to get too distracted by enemy armies and focus on taking down the TCs and killing villagers. If you can take a good fight against the army and clean it up, it is good to do, but it can be detrimental to get too distracted by the other armies and not kill the TCs and eco.
Well, guys. Oh, I'm probably dead.
What, already? Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't loot this.
You can, okay?
Okay. Why am I always losing to you? Weren't even flanked this time.
Because you're not on my team, that's why.
I mean,
Disaster.
How quaint, more quant.
that's a pretty good,
It is.
pretty good combo.
Pretty good combo indeed.
But you can, okay.
This is very funny. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
At this point, you can think about adding another TC, expanding your eco a bit, booming, and possibly transitioning to a follow-up, depending on how your push is going.
There is very little you can do against this.
Don't expect it.
Yeah,
I mean, I expected
even
the Arambai.
I know, but I figured you wouldn't expect this.
No, I didn't expect that.
Boy, it's time to carry the team like no tomorrow.
You can, okay?
I can try, okay.
They're taking a while to kill me, at least. Don't know if that helps.
It does go fun, I will say.
Get the survivors. Let none escape.
What? Oh my god, okay.
Orange is rebuild.
It's gonna be a rough game. I can already tell. We're already in. Oh no.
Please, sir, no more.
Siap, aku kembali.
Sasananya baginda.
Boy, oh boy.
Iya, swasti. Aku pembangun gedung.
If anyone has any food, that would be really helpful.
Yep.
Apa chef aku pembangun? Aku pembangun gedung.
Boy, this is gonna be really rough. Boy, oh boy. Boy. I don't like this.
Just use your boys again.
I'm trying. I take an effective.
Siap. Aku pembangun gedung.
Oh, they got slaughtered there.
Yeah, they'll not do well again. Bye.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Where's my team?
What
To
is
fight together,
team?
boy.
What is
What about
team?
16 pop? Hope that helps.
This is pretty GG if you ask me. Dear God.
Despite Emperor being an Imperial at this point, having Halbs and having monks is just simply not enough to deal with the amount of elephants and Arambai that we have. The Arambai are able to take out the helms, and the elephants are able to take everything else down. A few monks are not much of a threat, as the rest of the elephants will just take out any converted elements. Also, as a note, it's really great to have a Teuton on your team too. The conversion resistance is very helpful for not losing any elephants or Arambai to conversions, making your push even stronger.
Suffering has begun.
Walls, how quaint.
Oh no. Okay, I'm ready to call him GG now.
If the enemy has any castles, you want to do your best to avoid them. Castles can be a decent way to stop this push. However, if you just go around the castles, take out the eco and the villagers, once those things are removed, you can actually take on the castle with the elephants and the Arambai. Most likely they won't have murder holes, and you can take out it in a while.
Turns to the
What
Arambai.
happened to you guys? I was ready to support blue and then you guys were getting wrecked and I was like,
I don't know, I wonder what happened to them.
Orange ran Vills to me and bought like 30 or 40 elephants and Morambai.
okay. GG, man.
Yeah,
GG. Okay,
and
I'm done getting.
And there it is, guys, the Malay Mass Elephant Rush. I hope you guys enjoyed this build order tutorial. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more videos, possibly more build orders coming soon. And don't forget to check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/AngelFaust1 for lots of exciting content. Thank you guys all again, and I'll see you in the next video.